welcome to a very special video. As you know, I'm really into goals and goal setting, and something came in the mail which I got really happy about, and that's my Power Sheets planner. If you have never heard what that is, Power Sheets is a goals planner that is made from Cultivate What Matters. I will show you a bit more from the inside, but you basically have an extensive prep work. Then you're setting your goals, and then you kind of like get guided through the year with certain tools that they have in this book. And I think they still have all color options on the website. They have 4 colors. I think they have like a snow blue, they have berry, they have a green one, and they have an acorn one. The acorn one is also the one that is neutral. All the others are much more colorful inside, and they all have like a kind of like a linen texture. And I have to say, I don't like how it feels in your hands. But they also always have one planner that has a pattern and that is made on cardstock and is really sturdy, and that one is usually the one I'm picking because it feels so smooth to have it in your hands. So, but I have to say, now that I have it in my hands, here's my pouch that I bought with it. It is huge. I mean, I think this is bigger than A4 size. But I mean, the Power Sheets fit in it, so, and the Power Sheets are quite big. So here you go. Do you want to see it? I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it has like a gold foil here and there, and it is really pretty. Like, and also the back, so nice. So I got the pouch, and I also got this sticker book. Okay, but let's take a look inside of my 2026 Power Sheets Goal Planner. So when you open the Power Sheets, you usually find some extras. This year I could find like this kind of card in my cultivating season. Then they had like 2 cards for your word of the year, and you have what matters most. That's new. We hadn't that before. And then they have like, then you have a year at a glance. And then if you don't have any like sticker book or something, you still kind of like get started with these beautiful stickers. And I mean, I think that's one of the best things of Power Sheets is all the colors and vibrant, and it's just so much fun. And yeah, only thing I find a bit annoying here with the stickers or the flags up here is that they changed their colors a little bit. I think they have already changed it twice, and the sticker books might have different colors. So that's the only thing if you do like color coding. But it's still pretty, and I think it's really nice that they have that in your planner, even if you don't have your goal setting sticker book or any other sticker book that they offer. When you get the Power Sheets for the first time, it can be a bit overwhelming because it is, I mean, it's a full book. But what I like, in the first page you have like a roadmap where you see, okay, what you're working on, and feeling like, okay, after that you're ready to set it up. The prep work contains of almost 50 pages, so that's something I wouldn't recommend doing that in one sitting. What I really like, because that's why I also got it right before Christmas, to use it in some kind like a Christmas calendar. So I really like to work on it every day. I just do 2 pages maybe every day, reading a bit what they say, because there's a lot of like instruction as well, and then sitting down and just writing something. And with that, it doesn't feel as overwhelming. It also has time to kind of like you sit and marinate on it, and I find it's much easier, especially if you're a person who has a lot of dreams, a lot of things you want to do, and in the end you just can't concentrate on a lot of things at the same time, so you have to prioritize. And for me, the prep work really helps to kind of like really dial down what I really want to work on next year, and what is something I'll be put on the side. So during the prep work, you evaluate different life areas like they have community, health and wellness, home and spaces, finances. I have made my own, so I'm just kind of like typics over it and write something else, and that's totally fine. It is easy to work with if you have your own categories. They have one that you can make yourself, but I ended up like just creating my own, and that's totally fine. You have space to brainstorm your goals before you actually go into the goal action plans, where you really write down what you want to do in this particular goal. They have a page that says what I will do, where you can see like the different seasons, and beforehand I always use that to write down what I would like to do for if it's a completely yearly goal. But now I rather use it as kind of like a tracker, writing down what I have done in that season, and that works much better for me in my opinion. The same goes with the seasonal planning page, where I also before try to plan everything out for a whole season, and life changes too much for me. It doesn't work for me like that, but I really like to write down what has happened in that month or in this season. So that works much better. So you also have to be courageous enough to just leave things out. If they don't give you any benefit, you just leave it blank. No hard feelings. Something I really enjoy is finding a word of the year. That is something I always love to do. I already know my word of the year, but yeah, it's always fun to brainstorm your word, think about what kind of like vibe you want to bring to the next year. Is this a year where there's a lot of growth happening? Is this maybe a year that is more like stabilizing? Maybe there are huge changes that you have to kind of like navigate. Maybe you have a crisis to go through. I feel like having a word for the year really helps you to kind of like as a North Star through the year, reminding what you want it to be. Like for me, 2025 was onward, and it was like kind of like just continuing on what I had already started in the year before. And that felt very natural because I knew, okay, I have planted some seeds and now it's just kind of continuing watering them and giving them good soil, and that has worked really well for me. And then when you go into the monthly pages, you have like a monthly reset, you have the monthly calendar, you have a place where you break down your goals, and you have the tending list. I have to say, I always thought it was difficult to use the tending list because I have too many changes. And this year I really realized, okay, I've tried everything. I've tried 12-week year, seasonal planning, monthly planning, yearly planning. What works for me is weekly. Weekly goals based on yearly goals. That's what's working. Nothing else. So I'm just okay with that. But I thought about how I could use the monthly calendar more, and I think I will use it for weight loss because I also will use the tending list for that. Because it's really nice to kind of like write down maybe your weight or workouts you did. And on the tending list, you have like monthly goals, weekly actions, and daily habits. And as I said, for me, things are changing too much that I don't want to decide on habits for the whole month. But when it comes to weight loss, because I have been doing that for a while now, there are certain things that I do every day or every week, like working out or drinking enough water or going to bed on time. These are things that are really constant, and I will continue them on my weight loss journey. So that makes sense to have that in a tending list. So I think I will have a full weight loss focus for these parts, and then but I think the page with a monthly reset or breaking your goals down, that's something I will do for all my goals. Then every 3 months you get into the quarterly refresh. Here you have another evaluation of your life areas. You also look at kind of goals that are working well and which don't work well, and I really like that you recommit to the goals you set or you change them, and that you have like the space to, as they call, refresh your goals, and also having a little bit space to kind of like plan out a few new action steps if you've gotten a new goal or if your goal has changed quite a lot. In there they also have the routines reset, which makes really sense. Like in summer you have probably a different morning routine than in winter, and I really like that they have that. They also have like one page for notes where I like to put my seasonal vision board in. I feel like it's perfect here. And I also really like the weekly rhythm ideas, because it kind of resets how your week has been for the past weeks or months, and then you really think about, is there something I would like to add? Maybe I want to be a bit more social. Maybe I want to try a yoga class once a week. Maybe I see Saturdays are so full packed with activities, I want to subtract something and take something away, and maybe rescheduling things. And that's just kind of like your playground here, where you can think about how you would like to have things. And I just love that. I think this is such a great tool, really. And one thing I actually learned from another YouTuber was that she doesn't use the quarterly refreshes when that month arrives, like in April or July. She actually does it when it feels right for her. And that made so much sense for me as well, because I really like to live by the seasons, and obviously winter season is a bit longer here in Norway, and then other seasons are a bit shorter. And I think it's just a good idea to intuitively follow the seasons instead of being rigid with the calendar. I mean, the whole Power Sheets is for you to help you reaching your goals. It's not to do it perfectly or use every single page. It's just for you as a tool to help you. And we'll see how we're going to use it this year. I'm really excited to have it. It's so pretty. Let me show you the sticker book. So I have to say that sticker book here has a bit loose pages. Like when I turned them around, they kind of already fell off, but they're absolutely pretty. And here you can also see that this is a different color scheme than this one. Then you have like stickers I made progress. Then you have gold foil flag stickers. And as you can see, they just flip off right away. Then you have like the colorful flag stickers that you can use if you have your goals color coded. That works really well with them. And they also have some decorative like flowers. Oh, you see the whole thing comes off. Let's see. Here's one, my priority. I love this. Oh, here you have some stars, and here you have some little pep talk with like motivational quotes. Yeah, you have everything. I mean, you don't need these sticker books, but they make it so much more fun. So yeah, I would recommend getting one. It's just a bit more fun to use colorful stickers. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a little glimpse into this goals planner. Maybe you want to get one too. I have to say, if you live in Europe, it is expensive. I mean, you have to pay for shipping. I had to pay for customs, so it hurts, but I also love it. So I mean, it's a hobby, so it's okay to pay a bit more for it. You're definitely gonna see this a bit more now in the Christmas time, because I will start working on it, I think on the 1st of December, definitely. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I see you very soon for the first Christmas video next week on Sunday. Bye bye.